I'm curious to get your opinion on why you think they do it.
Well, you're talking about motivation of a whole group, and it's hard to guess in any way what that is. And the best thing for you to do is try to pin them down on why they're doing what they're doing. But if you just look at the actions that are being taken, it would appear to me that this is an attempt to deny the president and the party that has the majority any accomplishments. And it looks like it's being done at every step of the way. I mean, if you look at the health care bill, where we went all the way up to Christmas Eve, we were in constant session for 25 days. I don't think it had been done in 30 years. This is an extraordinary procedure, taking up an extraordinary amount of time, and they want to deny the president the ability to get things done. Now, one of their senators at one point said health care is his Waterloo, and he said it at a moment that wasn't, it was an unscripted moment. I think that gives you a little peek inside one senator's head, but it looks to me like a strategy to just say, if they don't accomplish anything, meaning the majority don't accomplish anything, then they can't go to the next election talking about specific things that they've done. And it doesn't just seem on legislation. We had this situation today in this panel where we discussed nominations. At the end of the first year, only 55% of President Obama's team was in place. So only half of the government is in place at the top level in order to carry out what he wants to carry out. Now that is an attempt to prevent the government in each department from doing the things that it should be doing. If they insist to utilize the rules to block all progress, then at the beginning of the year we're going to have to deal with that and try to make the rules a little more compatible with the majority being able to rule, the majority will to be able to prevail. Now we've given the ability to them of minority rule, really, in the obstruction that they're using right now.
Do you have any idea how close you are to 51 votes at this point?
I have no idea. I mean, I can tell you where we are in terms of public sentiment. One of the recent polls by a major newspaper said that 50% of the American people want to throw out the filibuster. So and that's not what I'm advocating, but that is a very strong statement by the American people. Just throw it out. Harry Reid came out and said just the last couple of days, and I think fired a warning shot over the head of Senator McConnell, that we may need filibuster reform at the beginning of the next Congress. I mean, so if you have one of the leaders supporting reform, that's a significant step forward.
Leader Reid has said previously that he's not sure if you can change the rules without 67 votes. Have you talked to him about this? Has he changed his mind on this?
I'll be visiting with him about it. And I think he's such a skilled floor manager. I'm sure his staff has read my speech and he's been briefed on it. I don't want to put him in a position that he can't lead the Senate the way he needs to lead the Senate. But I was very heartened by his comment that we may well have to change the filibuster at the beginning of the next Congress. I mean, that to me is a very significant thing for him to say.